Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. Leaves it with the back. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Movement here from the tight end. He'll keep it himself. Smashes through. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the back. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. defense off to a good start. On the run, it's Sampson. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
They'll go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Sampson. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Early in the game, pass complete, great job, sets up a manageable 4th down. We're going to set the tone early in this game. We're going to be aggressive. Yes, we're going for it.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Florida State 7, Tennessee 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Might be looking to run. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Pulls it in. It's Sampson. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Going up top. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Vols! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Coming out with it, it's Lucas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Fast motion from the offense. The give on the inside.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, wants to throw. And the ball squirted out. Bounced right back to them.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. It's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
Oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Makes the catch. It's Sampson. They make the stop, but this pass...
First down.
Some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's White.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Finds his man. It's White. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Back to the air one more time. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they've got.
Oh, he's not punting, he's going to throw. And he's got it. It's a 1st down.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly.
Going for it all. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, you've given up this drive and then come down the field, and you had such an opportunity to get the pick and close the door and shut down the drive and not give up points. That's a big missed opportunity for this defense.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1st down here for the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses to 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Quick timeout call on the offense after the play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Might as well stick with him. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Sampson. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They think there's room to run to the right here. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum.
Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He's going to try his luck, and the ball is loose on the return. Corralled by the kicking team.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a Spectacular layout and catch. And the Seminoles want to move quickly.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Noles getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. Touchdown Seminoles! What a grab and go for the score. Running up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown ball.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
28, Florida State, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's caught. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Hauls it in. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. 42 Spider. Going up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw it again. That's caught. It's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He turns that loose down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, no! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to Missouri. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
That's exactly the start you want from your offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
And the Vols have a first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. And the Volunteers are rolling down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Sampson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made it time.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
2nd down coming up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Got his man on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Talk about stepping up in a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unleashes it. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. These guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's Sampson. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Off play action. Quickly complete. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. He may keep that rush honest after completing a pass earlier. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up. He's going to let it go. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
At midfield, he's got room. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch play.